we left off our heroes, you guys had a conversation with a certain Lady Vacher, um, to she kind of hired you guys to find dirt or any sort of incriminating evidence on Vargas Vlakovic, the burgomaster of Valaki. From what she discussed with you, she believes he's like a terrible burgomaster, as well as like you know just a tyrant in the city of Valaki. She revealed to you guys that she plans to stage an uprising or some sort of revolution um during the what's it called? The festival of the Blazing Sun, which is happening tomorrow in game time. But she said that in the meantime, she needs somebody to find any sort of incriminating evidence to help make her cause a little bit more legitimate. After that, you guys had a rather long conversation, learning quite a various of informations. I'm not going to reiterate those information if you guys didn't take down notes. That's on you. Um, but afterwards, you guys did a little bit of shopping, got your weapons done, and now you guys have decided to go to the burgomaster's mansion. The burgomaster himself, based off of not only the work from Lady Vacher, but how sort of Irina has sort of been kind of pushing of trying to go there. Maybe that he's not as bad as the lady was talking about, or maybe you guys can reason with him or something. She's been very sort of adamant about it can't be that bad. At least that's what Irina has to say. But she's a little bit how would you say
He's skeptical.
Discouraged, I suppose. And now, you guys should be in front of the burgomaster's mansion. And before you guys arrived there, Ben decided to go ahead and roll a stealth roll to hide, because he fears of getting caught because of everything that's happened that went down with Father Lucian. Back
stealth, I mean. I'm assuming that's what that icon means.
You are currently in stealth. There's a symbol right next to your character portrait that should say stealth. Yeah, so you guys approach. It is roughly about, I think if I remember correctly, let me double check my notes, but I'm pretty sure it was like in the afternoon. Let me double check it.
I need a third screen so I can have like the map on one, my inventory, and Discord on another, something else on another.
Okay, so yes, so you guys are. So Ben, you have a stealth currently of 24, so that's a really high stealth. So we'll start this off. As you guys approach, Ben sort of kind of sneaks off from the northern side and uses the bushes to his advantage, ending up kind of like creeping along the ground, kind of like army style, into this bush, hiding from view. As you guys approach the burgomaster's mansion, you see two armed guards looking rather bored, both armed with a spear and shield each. As soon as you get approximately like this close, they kind of cross their spears and go. One of them goes, "Halt! No further. What do you want?" And yeah, we can get started with the roleplay.
Well, I'm hiding, so someone else has a talk.
We would like to see the burgomaster, please.
You have an appointment?
Well, no, but we have the burgomaster's daughter here.
Not his daughter.
Well, the sister. The sister.
That's the other city.
Oh,
this burgomaster has nothing to do with her.
Oh yeah, that's right. The one of Barovia.
Irina kind of like does like a it's okay motion, and she walks up and she goes, hi, my name is Irina Kolyanovich. I am the sister of the burgomaster of the village of Barovia, and I have legal documents here that allow me to seek an audience with the burgomaster based off of my status and privilege as the burgomaster's sister of the village of Barovia. The two guards kind of look at each other. One of them scratches his head. He doesn't really look that bright. This man right here, he doesn't really look that bright. He goes, "Uh, yeah, just 1 second," and they kind of like huddle a little bit, confer with themselves before this man goes, "Okay, give me one. Just stand right there. Don't do anything suspicious." And he's gonna go inside. You kind of watch as the door kind of opens really quick and then closes. And then this guy, the single guard, now looking much more nervous than before with his friend, stands kind of like holding his spear, kind of very like anxiously as he kind of awaits whatever the hell is going to go down inside the actual house. After a few tense sort of minutes, as he's just kind of like, don't do anything suspicious.
Do we look
Um,
suspicious?
you, I mean, you have horns. No offense or anything, but that's kind of scary.
Racist.
It's not racist if I've never seen someone like you. I'm just saying.
Don't sweat it.
Yeah, so as you guys kind of just wait for the next couple minutes, there is a crack at the door as it opens this time, and you see standing there a maid or a servant of some sort. She comes out bowing as well as the other guard comes out. As soon as the other guard comes out, the guard that's sort of just been hanging out by himself, you see him visibly like relax, and the maid goes, "Hello, my name is Lenuta Loika. I am one of the servants of the burgomaster. Please come right in this way. Uh, he is currently occupied with some work, but he will be down very shortly. Please come inside." And then she kind of like, kind of like offers a handout to motion you inside. And the guards kind of stand to the side.
Ben, are you gonna be staying outside?
Well, I can't just come out of a bush. That would look suspicious. So yeah, I guess I kind
Can't-
of screwed myself here.
You want me to like open like a window somewhere?
No, because then if they find me in the building, they're gonna.
Yeah.
No,
don't get
I'm
caught
just
in the-
gonna. I'm gonna chill here, but for the story and recording wise, I'm gonna follow them around. But I'm just gonna hide in the bush until they get out.
I was gonna say like I could just pop a window. You have high stealth already.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean they're not gonna. If they walk in and see me, they're gonna see
Yeah,
me.
it doesn't matter.
I'm not
He's
invisible.
invisible. Yeah, he's not invisible.
Yeah, but like do like a Spider-Man, bro. Like do like your fucking
Just climb up to the
like,
ceiling.
Yeah, like do like the corner of the ceiling.
No,
bro.
canonically of the story, I'm just gonna chill in this bush until they get out and we leave. But I'm going to move my character
Bro,
along to see what's going on.
forever- You're gonna forever stay there for a hot bit. This shit looks like a mansion, bro.
I mean, maybe I'll go in. Oh, this is really big.
Yeah. Don't you see?
Okay,
like,
okay.
hallway?
So,
I see
instead-
you're from the bush.
Instead, I'm going to come running up the road. Like I'm gonna make a big loop.
You should. Wait. You should stealthily
Wait.
try to go back into the group, but then they're all looking at.
Well,
you.
no, that's what I was saying. I'm gonna make a big loop and then come back up the road and act like I was never stealth.
Bro, if Ben was like the size.
Hey, I
of
caught
Ben,
up to you
it wouldn't
guys.
work.
You watch as
Oh,
the two.
hey
You watch as the two
there.
guards.
Ben!
You guys just left me back there.
Where did
Oh,
you come
Ben.
Hey, Drake.
Oh, this is our friend
Drake.
Ben.
This
He's
is
with our
friend
group.
Drake.
Drake, yeah, our friend
Drake?
Drake Kanye.
No, Drake Kanye.
Ah.
Okay.
Kanye got canceled. We can't mention him.
Yeah, I can't defend him, bro. I really can't.
Okay. No more surprises. You guys can come. Just no more surprises.
I can do a flip.
Don't do that.
And then Irina is going to kind of like dig into her backpack and pull out like a sort of like a large scroll, which you guys can kind of assume those are like official papers. She goes, "It's okay. He's with me. This is my protective entourage. As I've had to travel long hours to arrive here in Volaki, and I needed the protection." And she's going to, with her head held high, walk into the mansion, beckoning you guys to follow along. And since Ben, you are no longer stealth, I'm gonna take off that icon for you right now. Bam. Okay. So
Yeah,
you
but-
guys kind of enter. As you guys enter, they close the gate or the door behind you with a resounding. And you are now currently in a hallway. Give me 1 second to get that situated for you guys. And I describe what you guys are seeing as well as any other sort of like small details. So you guys are entering a rather large hallway with framed portraits adorning like the walls of this grand foyer. You see to the right of you a wide staircase with a sculpted railing leading upwards, and in front of you is a very beautiful sort of like carpeted hall stretching almost the entire length of the mansion. There are several doors like peeling off to various rooms in the in the mansion, including one at the very far end. At various parts of the, they seem to have stacked large bundles of twigs heaped against the walls. Most likely for a celebration. For the celebration tomorrow, it is the celebration of the blazing sun. You hear the servant beckon you forward and goes, welcome to the Burgomaster's mansion. Please do not go anywhere unsupervised. If you do, well, the Burgomaster can be a rather strict man. Just don't go anywhere without anybody's supervision. Now come, and we will lead you to the. And she kind of looks nervous a little bit. Well, you can come to the dining room, where you will meet the woman of the house, Mrs. Lydia Valakovich, of course. She is currently a little bit occupied at the moment, but do not fear. She is a very nice woman.
Ah, okay.
And she smiles.
I trust
Yes,
you.
and again, I am Lanuta, his parents' Grace's housemaid. Um, please, before I sort of, before I grab the mistress, could I have your names?
Yeah, what's your
Well-
name?
My name is Ben.
Your name is Drake. What do you mean?
Who should I address you as,
Drake.
so we know for official reasons?
Ben. My friends just likes to
You're
call me
so
Drake.
dumb. You're so dumb.
Yes, okay, I see. And then she kind of like looks to the way, and you see it, this entire time she has a very nervous. The maid has a very nervous energy. She hasn't really matched your gaze at all. And most of the time she's kind of like just looking away from you. She goes, let me talk to the mistress, and she'll be right out to greet you all. And then she's gonna go into this room.
Like,
I
how
can't. She
Shelly
only
actually
took my
Ben's
name.
Ben, you're fucked. I'm just saying that now. You're fucked because you said your actual name. Like, there's literally a bounty on you, and you decided to say your name.
Oh, I don't know if I ever told the father my name.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, but
Did I?
legal
I probably
documents-
did.
Yeah, you did.
Okay,
We all
so
did, I
as you
thought.
guys are sort of waiting outside, you see paintings along the walls here, and you can see that they depict a sort of a family. You see the Baron, a very strong, sturdy man. His family of well, they don't look particularly happy, but he does have a wife. And he has a son as well, but the son looks a little bit kind of cranky, maybe annoyed to be inside the images and the pictures. Otherwise, the paintings look awfully posed, as if everything had to be exactly in the right place.
So you fucking sucks.
And so, after about a couple minutes, the maid comes out and she's going to open the door. She's going to bow, not really looking at you, and she's going to gesture you into the dining hall to greet the lady of the house.
Irina, you should go first.
Wait,
Right?
what's happening?
Yes, yes, of course, yes. And as she enters, You guys, the door opens, and you guys can hear the chattering of female
Yeah.
voices as you guys approach and enter this room.
Yeah.
You see a chandelier of wrought iron filled with wax candles hanging above a very polished wooden dining table. Around the table are seated 8 women of various ages in comfortable high-backed chairs. These women wear faded clothes, drink tea, and are like they're devouring cake and food, like voraciously. While a ninth woman, this woman right here, stands well dressed and very pleased with herself. She's walking around the circle, and she talks excitedly about decorations for the impending festival. When you guys enter, she pauses and she turns and looks at you. And she has a very stern, angular face, black hair, and a pair of pearl earrings. And she says, "Why, yes, the outlanders that I have heard so much about traveling through our city. Welcome to Valaki, ladies and gentlemen."
What they said about us.
I'm sorry.
I was just a little curious, you know.
Well, I assume that you've come here under the invitation of my husband. I'm so sorry for this. I'm just, just trying to prepare for the festival tomorrow. It's going to be a wonderful, beautiful festival. Lots of decorations have to be in tow, and well, these women are hard at work and they're a little bit hungry, so I just thought I'd defeat them. Of course, we're going to need streamers and flags and banners, of course. Um, well, it's all very nice to meet you. Can I get your names, please?
I'm Deca.
Ah, yes. Hello, Deca.
I'm Moonchild.
Ben.
Hello, me lady. I am Baha.
Well, welcome to the mansion. Why don't you go over to the den, yes? Across the way, across the hall. Lanuta, and you see the maid kind of peeking. Yes, ma'am. And she goes, take them to the den, and I will entertain them while you go and grab my husband. And you see the maid nod, and she goes across the hall, opens the door, and she bows and she gestures for you guys in as the lady Valakovich, and she goes, and of course, my name is Lydia, but I prefer you call me Lady Valakovich. And with that, without really looking at you guys, she exits and enters into the den, taking a seat on one of the comfortable couches. And before she goes, she gestures to the women and goes, "Please, continue with planning and decorations. Make sure you do everything perfectly." And then, as she says that, there seems to be a sort of nervous tension as the 8 women inside this room continue their planning and work while also eating cake and other things as well.
What happens if they can't do it perfectly?
Well, then the festival would be ruined, and we can't have a ruined festival. Everybody knows that these festivals are the only way to keep the devil out of Valaki. Of course, after they plan the decorations, I'm going to have them, stitching children's costumes, weaving wicker baskets, designing and drawing up the sun for the Blazing Sun Festival. Ah, there's so much to work to be done.
Happens to them if something doesn't go right.
Well, nothing will go wrong if that's what you're insinuating.
Say like one of them trips accidentally. Would that matter? It seems like
Well, a
can't be kids.
trip isn't going to ruin a decoration.
It
I
could.
don't think.
You could trip and still break something.
Well, the decorations will be beautiful. So, it'll be okay. Everything will be fine. Everything will be grand and dandy.
Does tomorrow's festival have a name?
Oh,
What's
the
it called?
Festival of the Blazing Sun. You should have seen posters all over town. Of course, I know you guys are Outlanders, so you're not exactly excused. Of course, you have to be there. It's mandatory. That was part of, you orientation, but your excuse for not knowing about
Yo, am I dumb?
festival itself.
Am I dumb? Is there's inspection, right? In the fucking things, right?
what
Inspection. Am I saying it
inspection?
wrong? Like I just want to inspect like her
Investigation?
face, like her face.
Oh,
Perception.
insight check?
Or insight.
No,
Inside,
that's a
it's called
perception is to find out to look something in an area you've never seen before to
But
discover.
what about like her
something.
face, like facial reaction? Like I was trying to figure that out. Like
Oh, so that's
like,
insight. Yeah, yeah.
that's
If you want to
insight.
roll
Yeah,
insight check. Okay.
yeah. For when she did that thing.
What thing?
Like when I was talking about the people,
Okay.
you know, and then like she was like talking. Like I just wanted to tell like by like her face, like if she's like antsy or something, like if they fuck it up or something, you know.
Trying to find dirt?
Yeah,
Doing the job? Trying to find dirt?
I'm actually doing the job.
Well, okay. So
Mhm.
what exactly you're trying to look for?
I just want to see like how she's like reacting, cause like by the way of how she's talking, I just can't tell by like her facial reaction. Personally, I don't know if she's trying to keep it like calm and clean, or like it's like a light tick towards her, but she's still trying to keep it clean. But like you could tell like something's off.
Oh, that music
Damn.
tells me something.
Yeah, the music could tell me something too, man.
Can you
Give me
hear
1
it?
second.
No,
So,
you couldn't get it.
You look at her face, and when you had mentioned whether or not something had to be completely perfect, she kind of just blinked, did a nervous smile, and then just completely ignored what you said, going directly into saying the stuff about the decorations and how it would be perfect and beautiful, and everything was gonna be fine and okay.
And then when I said about tripping, you could still break something.
Yeah, the same sort of thing happened where she just had like no discernible
I
I don't
reaction.
Can I see her hands from there? Like the.
Yeah. So she's sitting with her hands sort of folded on her lap.
Damn it.
Um,
Damn it.
and
Okay.
it's not really.
It's not showing.
Oh.
The
It's
palms
not.
of
Yeah.
her-
It's yeah. The palms of her hands aren't really showing. And it doesn't seem like she's tensed up or anything. It just seems as if like when you said that, her mind just skipped over it. Like it just she was just like, as if the thought of nothing going perfectly right was impossible.
I have
She's
a
rich.
question.
Everything's perfect.
I have a question.
To her or to me as a DM?
To you. Like, is this open, these doors, or are they closed?
Yeah. So the doors are still open. I mean, you should still be able to see in them.
Okay, so I can still see in here. Right?
Yeah.
I, like,
So
Do I need to, like, do, like, another, like, insight or investigation to, like, look behind me towards, like, the women? Since there is, like, 1 to, like,
yeah.
2?
So yeah. I mean, you can. Yeah. It's a different character, so you have to
Like,
use a different insight check.
Yeah, like insight, or is it, like, perception? Since
Well,
it's
what are you
from-
trying to do? Exactly,
wanna-
because
I just
insight
wanna-
is different than perception. Insight is
wanna
trying
see-
to gain information
Mhm.
about like the character's motives, intentions,
Yeah,
feelings. Perception is to see something that's not there. It's
Uh,
yeah.
something's
So
hidden.
go ahead. Which one do you want?
Okay, so the insight I already got from this woman, I guess perception, because of I just want to see like what they're like. I like glance because I think I could see like what they're eating
There's
too.
one
but
right
I
here,
also wanna
but it's
see
not
how they're
called.
reacting
Oh,
at the same
okay.
time.
No,
Good point
that's
earlier.
still gonna be an
That's
insight check.
Still insight.
Yeah.
Okay, what about like their like hands and whatnot? Like, is that still insight too? Like, what's like above?
Like, are
Like
you trying
any-
to see if they're holding something?
like they're bruised a little bit?
Oh yeah. So
That's still insight.
go ahead. Go roll insight for that. Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to see like how they're reacting and like if they're bruised or not from like a light glance, you know.
Let's see.
Yeah. With
Oh, can't get anything.
no, that'll be perception. Sorry.
It's perception.
Yeah. With a perception
Barely.
check of 13, you don't see any bruising or anything wrong with the women. They seem to be eagerly eating cake and seem to be happy about working on the decorations and stitch working and sort of like doing what needs to be done for the festival. It doesn't look untoward.
Okay. That's all I gotta do for now. I'm just gonna act normal.
Okay. Does anyone want to do anything else, or can I continue?
I had a
Hello.
question for the lady of the house.
Okay. Yes, you had a question?
I wanted to ask, how long have you guys been doing this festival? Like, this, when it all started?
Oh, well. Sorry, let me get back in real quick. My dear husband started the festivals when he came into power. Really, it's such a brilliant idea of his. It keeps everybody happy and all that positive energy defends us and protects Vallaki.
So is it like just a celebration, or is it like a prayer, or what is it? Just a celebration?
Oh, yes, we eat, we drink, we make merry, and of course, we have the parades, we have the decorations. This week's festival is the Blazing Sun, so we'll have lanterns and very beautiful sun carvings and designs. We'll sell, clothing with the sun emblazoned upon it, banners and music. Everything will be so wonderful and beautiful.
I can see that you're putting a lot of work into this. I'm sure it will be.
Oh, yes, it's going to be absolutely magnificent.
So tell us a little bit about your family. We don't really know too much about this area, so I would love to learn about that.
Of course, but let me tell you the last great attraction. At the end of this festival, we will be burning a giant pyre, of course, to represent the blazing sun that will eventually shine down upon Vallaki when the devil is
What?
finally dead.
What are you burning exactly? Just wood?
Well, a giant pyre. We get logs from all over the woods of around Vallaki.
Hmm. So like a really big bonfire.
Well, that's what the pyre is, dear.
No execution, no nothing.
And then she kind of pauses. It's going to be wonderful. Why would we do something horrendous?
I don't know that much about the Morning Lord.
You should really read some books. Why, I've got some over there in the corner.
Oh wow! Speak about books. Do you mind?
Of course, take one. I recommend the one. There, just all the way to the right here. And she kind of points to a very sort of used book, and it's on. As you pull out the book, it's called, "The Morning Lord's Light."
Alright.
How he shall save us all.
History
I'll write
check,
it up.
right?
What are you trying to do?
Just read the book real quick.
You can't read a book in like 2 minutes.
Just like a skim read. You can skim in 2 minutes. How big is the book, Ryan?
It's
What
like a
part of
thick-
it?
It's
Okay,
like a kind of
never
like a
mind.
it's like Bible level.
Never
Yeah.
mind. Okay. I'm just gonna hold on to the book. I'm gonna say,
I would not. If you plan on keeping the book, well, like you can't. I read it every night.
no, of course I'm not gonna keep it. It's just I'm just gonna hold on to it, and I don't think that we'll be leaving like that fast. So I get a chance to read it while we're walking around. I won't mess it up or anything.
And then she kind of pauses and she goes, "Well, that's going to be wonderful, but please don't leave with the book.
Of course
Just
I'm not.
keep it right where it is on that wall, perfectly
Yep,
the
to the
way
right.
it is.
To the right here. I'm gonna point right there where I took it.
Yes, just leave it right there, please."
Okay. And as I'm saying that, can I do like an investigation, like a light touch on like the other books or something, like like a little feeling, little
Yeah,
feeling.
sure, if you want to roll investigation, but they feel like books.
They all feel like books. There's nothing hidden. Like
Yeah,
a
you don't
little-
even need to roll. Like they're
Yeah.
just straight up books.
Okay,
There's no.
not even
I
like
mean, if you're looking
Seen
for a
this
secret
one before.
compartment, they're
Yeah,
just straight
I-
up books.
Fuck, man. Okay, never mind then. Oh, thank you so much. All right, I
Um,
promise to make sure. All right. Can I start like skimming through the book a little bit? Like,
Yeah, yeah. So it'll take a couple minutes for you to get a general gist of it. But while that happens, Moonchild, did you want to continue role playing?
I'm gonna sit like right here. I'm
Give
gonna
me a
see if she minds. Do you mind?
No, you could sit there, dear. Just please don't move the seats. My husband is very particular with his things.
Okay.
Um,
do I need? No
Yeah,
history,
what's up?
read, right? No history.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'll tell you in as right after I deal with the Moonchild
Okay.
roll. Okay, so Moonchild, what are you trying to do with that Arcana check?
Just to see if there's any magic in the room.
You don't. Sorry, pretty sure. You don't send any magic coming from this room.
Besides Ben. Besides Ben.
Oh well, I mean, Ben's not magical.
But I thought you said they can sense loci off me.
I mean, but Losai's not active.
True.
It's just right now. It's a dagger. You're not holding on to it. You're not doing anything. It's just a dagger. It looks like a kind of a crappy old dagger, to be honest. That's part of the whole specialty of the dagger. So as there's sort of a pause in it, Irina looks at you guys and goes, right, Miss Lydia Valakovich, could you? Well, see, I'm the Burgomaster's sister from the village of Barovia, and you can see Lydia turn and goes, ah, yes, I have heard of Ismark. I hear that he is a very good Burgomaster. And there's this weird sort of pause. And she goes, what is it that you desire from us, Irina? And Irina, well, we were just hoping that, And she kind of looks at you guys.
Huh?
Do we have... yeah, we were just hoping if you were able to provide me protections. You see, it's come to our attention that the devil might be actively pursuing me.
Oh boy.
And then she's gonna look at you guys like sort of like is that what you want? Like, is that what we're trying to do here?
Like, yeah, basically.
Yeah, we want to protect her. That's our job.
Yeah, that's our goal. This has been
That's
our
our
job
goal.
this whole time.
Protect our girl.
At that sort of sentence, you
One of
see
each.
Lydia sort of freeze, and her face pales, and she finally says, "Well, then you've come to the right place." And you can, with your insight of 21, you can tell that her voice is a little bit more strained now, and she goes, "You've come to the right place. Valaki is the safest. The devil dares not enter here, of course. With everything we've done that's so wonderful with the festivals and
Bruh.
the beautiful acts of goodness and goodness that has occurred here, you'll be safe. Don't worry. Just in the city itself, of course."
Is what happens if you're like in like an inch off of the city?
Valaki is the safest place in Barovia against the devil. No one will protect you like Valaki will. You simply need to follow the rules and join the festivals.
Are you okay? You're starting to stutter.
She looks
I
at
like
you and
that doesn't mean.
she goes, "Oh, I'm fine. I'm just excited about the festival is all." And she
Oh, you-
smiles very
Nervously.
weirdly.
Yeah, like
No, weirdly.
like oh shit type of thing.
No, it's weird.
It's off.
It's off, yeah.
Okay. My time.
Yo, tell me more about the festival though. What's there gonna be?
She just said.
No. She only said about the fire. She didn't say about no foods. No
Yeah, she
games,
did. Yeah,
no
she
pets.
did.
Even the events.
The events,
All
no,
the
but
events?
drinking, yes.
Yeah, food. So she, if you remember,
remember
she said
I don't-
feasting, drinking, foods, as well as banners. You assume she said that there
Lanterns.
were going to be entertainment and games. The way that she said it, it just seems like Valaki games. You know, like just things that the people of Valaki know. So unless you want to ask her specifically, you can. But like, it's just like these are just things Valakians know.
Any duels? Any arm wrestling?
We see feats of strength as improper while celebrating the Morning Lord's blazing light. It's more of a communal act. everyone partying together, listening, talking. We'll have jugglers and people on stilts and all kinds of entertainment,
Hmm.
but not really any sort of fighting.
Hmm.
Okay, so
see.
what about drink off? That's pretty
Oh, sure, I'm sure you'll find a drink off somewhere in the festival. We don't. The burgomaster doesn't host an official drink off.
Yo, maybe you should tell them about that. It adds a lot towards the community. Drinking goes for anybody, from poor to the riches, and everybody can like also agree that we're all equal together when it comes to drinking.
Don't worry, the festival will be wonderful.
I do have a
Okay,
question
then
though.
who's
So,
providing the alcohol?
Is there a way for me to perceive or see if anyone's like listening into this conversation besides her?
Is there any way that you can tell if anyone is listening into the conversation?
Like if I could tell
You can roll
they're
a perception check, sure, to see if you can hear anyone outside the walls. but
yeah.
Without magic, no. Without a specific spell. Pretty sure there's a spell that lets you check.
Gotcha.
Yeah, with a perception check of 22, you actually hear the footsteps of someone coming down the stairs. They're on the heavier side of footsteps, but they seem to be coming from the northeast. You don't know who it is, but it doesn't take long. It doesn't take long, of course, before there is a knock upon the door, and a deep male
You don't
voice
like it?
goes,
Not that middle one.
"Lydia, are you in there?"
you don't like it?
It's okay.
You
I'm
paid
just gonna stick with this.
$15 for this.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, so you hear a deep male voice from outside calling, "Lydia, are you in here?" And you hear Lydia immediately snap right up, stand upright, and go, "Oh, my dear husband, yes. We have all gathered in here. Come, come, come." And let me describe the man. A man walks in.
Dog.
Okay, give me 1 second, 1 minute. All right. You see a man walk in, a tall, sort of burly man with very fine, noble regalia. He has sort of like a wolf pelt draped over his shoulder, like literally the head of a wolf
Damn.
on his shoulder. He has a nice facial hair, and half of there's a streak of white that runs through his very well kept hair. He's wearing full armor, and he stands roughly about 6 feet tall, strong, imposing man.
Hey, you're taller
And
than
as he
him.
enters the room, he looks at all you with a quick glance, and then cracks into a wide smile. He goes, "Ah, the Outlanders I've heard so much about.
That's what everyone keeps saying.
Pleased to meet you all." And then he's gonna walk over. As soon as he walks over to the seat, he looks at his wife, and she immediately just moves to the side as he sits down at on the chair, and she kind of just looks down at her feet, not saying anything. Ben, with your perception check of 22, you could hear like sort of animalistic breathing on the outside, and you can, peeking out of the door, you can see what looks like two giant mastiffs like flanking the doorway, and sort of just sitting there and waiting. Baha, you rolled an insight check. Why'd you roll an insight check?
On the man himself.
What are you trying to do?
I just want to look at how he is right now. No talking, no nothing. I just want to see something. I just want to see his I can't really describe it like that. I don't know, his presence, I guess. You know, of what he's looking like, how he wears, how he's talking, his tone. You feel me?
Yeah, you can tell with a 17 that his smile is plastic. It's kind of fake. He does not look exactly pleased to see you all.
There we go. That's fine.
And as he sits down on the couch, he doesn't sit in a relaxed manner. He kind of sits and leans forward with his hands on his knees, kind of like cup together as he looks at you all and kind of studies you for a moment. But he still has that wide, like, smile on his face.
How's the book, by the way? Like, anything I learned? Anything so far?
Yeah, with the quick skimming from the Morning Lord's Light, how he'll protect it all, it's a very preachy, very, like, fire and brimstone sort of, follow the Morning Lord's Light and you'll be protected from the darkness. There's nothing jumps out to you as you skim through it. It just seems very typical, like, religious preachery at the moment.
Okay.
So the man walks in and goes, "Well, I assume you have been introduced to me, but I will introduce myself. I am Vargas Valakovich, and I'll spell it now. And this is my home. Now, exactly what is your pleasure for my business?"
We seek protection for Irina, the Burgomaster's sister of Barovia.
And
And?
and
I actually have a question.
yes,
In your own opinion, what do you think makes this city so safe from the devil?
well, that is obvious. Here in Vallaki, we focus only on the good of the city. Darkness has no place in my city. Strictness is what is required of everyone to maintain the peace. And he still has that smile as he speaks. And it's very, like, Joker-esque, sort of. Like, it's like he's, like, smiling through his teeth as he talks.
It's like
My smile.
yeah, your smile.
Almost like a grimace.
Like
Of course.
like Jack Nicholson Joker smile.
A little bit, yeah. Of course, the festivals are a brilliant way to protect us from the devil.
So
All is well in my city.
So you don't think it's because of the hallowed grounds from the church?
The church itself is but one aspect that makes Vallaki so brilliant. All is well in my city. You should always smile, for smiling banishes the darkness. And that is what the festivals are for. Happiness and rules, discipline, protects the city, not some church.
so I heard that everyone's mandatory to be at the festival, correct?
Everyone is mandated, yes.
What about the people that we saw when we first entered? What were the people there? The guy,
Guards?
not the guards. That guy that was on the stadium.
Oh.
the
She's asking about the
you mean,
people
like, the
on
criminals?
the hook. Like,
What about the criminals?
The criminals wearing, like, the donkey heads that were
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
the stocks?
the stocks,
Mhm.
that's what it is, yeah.
They are required for the festival as well. In fact, they get a front row seat.
Or what?
Oh, I get it. I get it.
Of course, like I said, front row seats, though they may have infracted upon the city. They will be able to see and smile, for smiling is the best medicine.
I get you. I get you. Are y'all gonna like continue or no?
Yeah. Do you guys any other question, or I'll still continue?
Oh, actually, event style. Hell yeah, because he's like the event organizer, right?
I mean, he's the leader of the city.
Yeah. Yo, you should make a drink off game.
And what does drinking have to do with happiness?
Well,
I was pretty happy yesterday.
drinking goes in many ways. Actually, it goes from When you're upset,
Drinking
when you're
is
mad.
what happens when a father neglects his family. I am not a father that neglects my family, so no.
But
There will be
drinking-
no public drinking.
Oh my god. Drinking is also.
That's enough,
Well,
Baha.
listen,
I'm gonna fight.
Dragonborn. I lead the people of this city. Now smile. That worrisome look about alcohol disturbs me. Smile, for all is well in Valaki. Now, what is this business with the village of Barovia's burgomaster's sister?
We believe that the devil is pursuing Irina right now.
And you thought it wise to send her to my city.
Well, it's the
Of
most
course
protected
you
place in
did.
the land, isn't it?
Of course you did.
It's the safest.
Valaki is the safest place. Simply put, she can live anywhere here and be safe. Why do you need me?
Well, sir.
See, well, when we brought her here, we were told that it was because of the church, which is why I asked you what you thought made the city safe.
I know not about. Sure. What are you trying to perceive, Moonchild?
I'm trying to see like Irina, like what she looks like, what's her reaction to like
Oh, that's an
everything that he's
insight
saying.
check. Again, guys,
Oh, I'm
insight
sorry.
checks are
I got
for-
it confused.
Yeah.
For
Yeah, so
people.
perception checks are like basically if you're entering a new area or like you're trying to not be surprised or perceive something. Insight
yeah,
is more like
Into
emotions,
people.
feelings, how they're feeling. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant to do.
How
sorry.
how people or something feels. It's insight.